I didn't really know who my dad was until I was probably like 9, 10, something like that. But my mom used to always buy us these albums when we were going, in Christmas time, you used to get albums. We used to get albums for Christmas presents, So one of my cousins was like, that's your daddy on this album.
Really?
Like, nah, that ain't my daddy. So I called my mom because we had a little situation where me and all my cousins, was like maybe 13 of us, and all our moms worked at nighttime. And they had a babysitter. The babysitter didn't show up one day. That day, the day somebody called the police, and they took us all to defects. And we all went to 4 different homes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For a while, about till I was about 11 or whatever. But back to the story, I was looking at the album. They was like, "Yeah, that's your daddy right there." I said, "Damn, that's my daddy. He on the album cover." I didn't know, I wasn't hip to the star stuff there. You know what I'm saying? I never had that conversation with my mom. It only came up through that conversation because it never came up. That's a good question. It never came up before that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Because I guess because where we were at that time, we was young. I was like 2 or 3 when we went to the foster home. And then it never really came up because the people that we were there were like that was our parents. Our outside of my mom, that's all I knew was them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was the Mr. Johnson and Miss Johnson. They were there, and that was our parents at that time. Okay. You know what I'm saying? My mom would come pick us up on the weekend and things like that. But and then I wasn't really I didn't even think about that, bro. It was, who my dad was. I didn't really know him, but then I end up talking to my mom, and I end up getting a number on a family member who actually put me together with my uncle, who hooked me up to my dad. Wow. And so that's how I first got to him. They actually were coming to LA. I think I was maybe like 9, 10. So I got a cousin, Walter Williams Jr. Walter Williams is the other member of the OJs. So my mom and his mom is sisters.
Oh.
Yes. So it was like that. It was one of them. Okay. So I got to start. My mom and my dad was together. Walter and my mom was together. It was 5 OJs at the beginning, right? Bill Isles. He married my mom's other sister, right? William Powell. That was the original OJs too, 5 of them. So he actually was with one of her friends.
So it was a family affair.
It was a family affair. So my first cousin, Walter, me, him, we go to, they come to town, they doing the Coliseum in LA. I never gonna forget this moment because they picked us up in a limo. We like 9, 10, we going, both of us going to meet our dad for the first time. You know what I'm saying? So we go to the Coliseum. Never gonna forget Harold Melvin and the Blue Numbers was on the stage. Teddy Pendergrass they were singing "I Love or Lost," and I remember my dad coming out from the back of it was like a silhouette type thing, and it was all I could see was a big old Afro, and it was like, "Here come your daddy," and I was looking, I looked, and I was like, "Damn, okay." So we in the crowd and they like coming from backstage and all these people was like on him and I was like, oh damn, he's somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we conversated, he gave me $100. Boy, back then that was a lot. For a kid,
yeah.
$100.